Hello, today is Tuesday, the 24th of April. Yesterday, the price action for the silver market managed to take a dive down to $30.49 fiat US currency. These levels that I talk about, this 30, it's not an exact science, and that exactly 30 will be support, although oftentimes in or around that area. So the question is this bottom in or around 30? For me, no. Somewhere like close enough to the line, either a little above it, right exactly on it, or right below it just a little bit would be a hit within this area. Now what's happened is it's retraced 38.2%. That'd be 31 even actually from this high to this low. Also, this previous level of support, which starts at 31 from this low and this low in here, but it really up to about 31.20-ish or so as an area where it had a lot of support. You want to look to see, does that area find resistance, because quite frankly, you make these lower highs. Is it going to make another one and then come back down to the 30 mark? But some of the things that I'll be saying if it does go to 30 is, where do we go from here? Because oftentimes, the majority of times, or what is favored, is that it is either going to have some sort of bounce, and some sort of bounce can merely be just something like this, and then boom, down. That's some sort of bounce. Some sort of bounce might be that it just correct sideways through time. Maybe we have a pattern like this where the support level is in or around at 30. That's finding a level of support at the 30 mark. And it could be the bottom from this area where it comes up and then just finds a pattern of higher highs and higher lows from that point on. Now, if it doesn't find support in or around this 30 area, and it keeps going lower below it, and it has to be significantly below it. Again, if it goes down to 29.87, even for the most part, 29.75 in that area, whatever. If it has a large move lower, say it goes down towards 29, then what I'd be looking for is really three things that could come into play. One of it is maybe this area was not supposed to be support but resistance. So it comes down and then you have a pattern, something like that. That's resistance rather than support. Another thing that can happen is a major pierce. And what you look for to pierce is that it regains the level fairly quickly within the day or two and then stays above the 30 mark. And then the most dangerous one is that it continuously keeps going lower, which would mean a move next down to 26. But even at that point, because this would be the third test of the significant 26 level, how much support would be found there would be very difficult to point out. But quite frankly, if we do start maybe kind of move up towards here, I really don't like the odds that it's going to bounce from this area, and the probability of making it down here would be pretty decent. Of course, it's spent quite a while just going sideways within this area and not going above this significant level. It's had a lot of tests within it. So from the inverted head and shoulders pattern that occurred in the month of March, that was a failed move because it wasn't able to extend the gains. From this move here, like I said, it went sideways for quite some time. And what I pointed out before was what this little move in here is, just a 2-day candle, because when you open here, and you can see that you'd end up having a candle like this, hammer candle, and a negative one. So the 2 days here would be sideways consolidation, followed by another sideways consolidation that would follow off with the red move. So this negative candle did come into play for at least one wave towards the downside. If it does not touch 30, then just as though this breakdown, was a failure, to me, I would look at it as the same way in here, that this little small breakdown in here would be that of a failed move, which can often, cause fast moves. But the favorite right now is that we find resistance either around 31, which is where we're at now, or we would find it at a much higher level. So the top in here was about 31.95. The bottom yesterday was about 30.45 or so. So we'll divide the two numbers together, put this to the power of 61.8%, and multiply the low again. That would be a total of about 31.33. So if the rally continues on going to the day, then 31.33 is going to be important. And if you shorten this out as well, you have this low of 30.40 and a half, pretty much 30.45. If on the shorter term time frame you manage to only retrace up to 61.8% and then break past this high, and this thing starts to get going, then maybe this will be a bullish setup, but the odds don't look too good for that to be the case. At the 30 level, again, like I say, I like the chances that we would be bullish over bearish, but right now it's more bearish. Thank you for tuning in, and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.